When most people think about California, they picture palm trees, Hollywood, endless beaches, sunshine year round. And while a lot of that is true, living here comes with its own set of surprises, things you don't always hear about until you actually are living them. So today, I'm breaking down 10 things no one tells you about living here in California. Whether you're considering a home and a move to Sherman Oaks, the San Fernando Valley, or somewhere else in the Golden State, these are the things that you'll want to know. Hi everyone, I'm David Hitt, your San Fernando Valley Realtor. I help people buy and sell homes all across Los Angeles, but I also make videos showing you what life is really like here. If you're planning a move, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you never miss my weekly content. All right, let's get into it. 10 things no one tells you about living in California. The first thing no one tells you is that weather really is as good as people say, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. Yes, we have sunshine most of the year, mild winters, and beautiful spring days, but what people don't always talk about is how different it feels depending on where you live. In Sherman Oaks and the Valley, summers can get scorchingly hot. We're talking over 100 degrees. Meanwhile, areas near the coast can be 20 degrees cooler and even foggy in the mornings. So while the perfect weather tagline is mostly true, the reality is that you'll want to know your microclimate before deciding and where to live. The second thing to know is no one tells you is how expensive it really is. You probably already know California has a reputation for being pricey, but wait until you're paying rent, buying groceries, or filling up your gas tank. It's hard to grasp. Housing is usually the biggest expense, but it doesn't stop there. Gas is among the highest in the country. Groceries cost more, utilities can add up, and even parking in some areas comes with a hefty price tag. The flip side is that salaries in some industries are higher here, and of course, the lifestyle and weather are part of what you're paying for. But it's something people don't fully appreciate until you've lived it. The third thing no one tells us is that traffic isn't just an inconvenience, it's a lifestyle factor. In Los Angeles especially, your daily life revolves around how long it takes to get places. A 10-mile drive might sound like nothing if you're from another state, but here, that could easily take 45 minutes or more depending on the time of day. That's why where you choose to live matters so much. If you work in Burbank, you probably don't want to live in Santa Monica. If you work in Century City, Sherman Oaks might be a better option than Woodland Hills. People plan their whole schedules around avoiding traffic, and it becomes second nature once you've lived here a little while. The fourth thing no one tells you is that earthquakes are a part of life. Now, don't let this scare you, but California is built for it. The building codes are strict, and most of the little quakes we feel are minor. But if you've never lived through one, it's definitely an adjustment. You'll feel your house shake for a few seconds, and then you'll just go back to what you were doing. Most longtime Californians barely flinch, but it's definitely something you don't experience in most other states. The fifth thing is no one tells you is that California is incredibly diverse. I'm not just talking about culture, but it's also geography. You can surf in the morning, ski in the afternoon if you really want to. The beaches, mountains, deserts, vineyards, national parks are all within a few hours drive. And culturally, it's the same. You'll find neighborhoods with influences from all around the world. Armenian bakeries, Korean barbecue, Mexican taquerias, Persian markets, Italian delis, you name it. The diversity is part of what makes living here so rich, but it's something you don't always realize until you're immersed in it. The sixth thing no one tells you is that California living often means smaller spaces than you might expect. If you're moving from the Midwest or the South, you might be used to larger homes on bigger lots for less money. Here in areas like Sherman Oaks or other parts of Los Angeles, the square footage comes at a premium. That doesn't mean you can't find spacious homes. You absolutely can, but you probably be paying more for those than you would in another state. It's one of those trade-offs you make to live here. The seventh thing no one tells you is that how active the lifestyle is. With the weather being so good most of the year, people are constantly outdoors, hiking, biking, yoga in the park, beach volleyball, surfing, farmers markets, the list goes on. Even in Sherman Oaks, you'll find people out walking their dogs, jogging, or heading up the nearby trails. It's not just about exercise, it's about the culture of enjoying being outside, and it's contagious. Once you live here, you'll find yourself getting more active without even trying. The eighth thing here no one tells you is that people are surprisingly friendly. LA has a reputation for being all about the hustle, the glitz, and sometimes a bit of attitude. But in the Valley, I found people to be approachable and community-oriented. Neighbors talk to each other, people chat at the farmers markets, and families connect at local schools and parks. The stereotype of being California cold or unwelcoming doesn't always hold up, especially once you're part of a neighborhood. The ninth thing no one tells you is that wildfires and drought are a part of life here. Every summer and fall, you'll hear about fire danger and sometimes evacuations in certain areas. While Sherman Oaks itself is more suburban, nearby hillsides can be still affected. Water restrictions also happen during drought years, shorter showers, less lawn watering, that sort of thing. Most of the time it's manageable, but it's definitely something unique to living here compared to many other states. And the 10th thing no one tells you is that once you live here, it's hard to imagine living anywhere else. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, there's more traffic. Yes, there are earthquakes and hot summers. But the lifestyle, the opportunities, the natural beauty, and culture are hard to beat. Whether when you are enjoying an evening on a patio in January, wearing a t-shirt while with your friends in other states or shoveling snow, you realize why so many people stay. California just has a way of pulling you in. So those are the 10 things no one tells you about living in California. The weather is great and varies by area. The cost of living is high. Traffic shapes your life. Earthquakes are part of the deal. The diversity is unmatched. Homes can be smaller. The lifestyle is more active. People are friendlier than you might expect. Wildfires and drought are real considerations, and ultimately living here is something people fall in love with despite the challenges. If you're considering moving to California, and especially if Sherman Oaks or the San Fernando Valley is on your radar, I would love to help you with the process. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and let's talk about the next steps. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos all about life in California, the San Fernando Valley, and Sherman Oaks real estate. I'll see you in the next one.